right, what's going on, everybody? You already know it's your boy Narcolepsy Boy 94 K Malik back here again with another podcast. We're going to predictions today for you guys. We're going tomorrow night. So we're going to give our predictions on championship matches and the men's and female Royal Rumble matches. As usual, always got special guests on here. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. We'll start from Lou, and then we'll go down to Axel. So it's one by one from Lou all the way to Axel. So go ahead and introduce yourself one by one.
What's good, y'all? It's the TikTok world champion, Lou Nonsense, right here. Ready to get this in, baby.
What up, fellas? My name's Edwin, Designated Report Wrestling Podcast. I ain't TikTok famous like these guys, but hopefully one of these days.
All right, this meet you the God. Got that Rikishi duet, you know what I'm saying? What's good?
What's good, y'all? This Axel. Follow me on that TikTok. Let's get these predictions started, man.
So I'm so sorry he got that because Mitri told me to do the Rikishi duet, and I was like, he probably ain't gonna do it, and he ended up getting the duet too. I was like, damn, that's crazy. He told me to do it.
They sliced me in the comments, bro. They tagged that man like over 100 times, bro.
For real? Yeah, that's great. That's love, though, bro. That's love. Because people, he told me to do it, too, and he was like, bro, you got to do the reaction. I was like, I'm doing that dance. You told me. And then he got the reaction, bro. He was hyped. He was like, I got the reaction, bro. I was like, damn, I should have did it, bro. Missed out, bro. It's all good. So let's talk about the female Rumble first, and then we'll go into everything else. So we got the female Rumble. Let's start with Lou. What do you see some outcomes happening here, man? What do you think is going to go down?
I'm gonna get the obvious surprise entry out the way. We all know Rhea Ripley's coming in that bitch.
Yeah, that's that too. Yeah,
but I don't know if she's gonna win it though. That's the thing. It would make sense. I think what could happen if, let's say, if Charlotte, because I don't think Charlotte's winning, despite what fans may think. You know, though they're over pushing her and think she's not gonna win it. What I'm thinking, what could happen. With Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, let's say Rhea Ripley eliminates Charlotte, and then she gets eliminated. Let's say from like Bianca Belair, or she does like the final two or some shit like that. When they can set up a match, like a rematch, with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley at Mania, because there's a story. There's already a story there. You know, Charlotte beat her in Mania, took the title, and her career went down in NXT. You know what I mean? And now she's back to get revenge. But that's what I'm thinking could happen in the Rumble. But as a winner, I'm 100%. Actually, I'm like 90% going for Bianca Belair here. 90%.
All right. Evan, what about you? Who you thinking? Who you picking?
I agree with you on that one, Luke. The only thing with the Charlotte angle, I'm thinking. Of course, I don't think she's gonna win, but I kind of think they're gonna stick to the whole what's her name? With Flair right now. I forget her name.
Oscar?
No,
Lacey Evans.
Lacey
Evans. I think they might go the whole angle with Lacey, and somehow she get tangled up with Lacey and get eliminated, or Flair might kind of step in and ruin that for her. But as far as winners, just because I think she's got a lot of momentum at the moment, I'm going to Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
What about you, Mitri? Who you thinking?
Okay, so I was paying attention to the whole Lana story and how they was really pushing her as a babyface. They want her to be a top babyface. Now, if she actually comes out in the match, I actually thought she might win it because you know how they build up those storylines. And the way she was getting pushed, I don't know. I was just looking at it, but my favorite though, I'd probably go Bianca Belair for real. I think she's the one right now.
Okay, Axel, what you got?
So for the whole Charlotte thing, I'm saying Ric Flair cost her the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And for the winner, I put a lot of thought into it, but I got to go with Bianca too.
Okay.
There's just too much.
The thing with Bianca, though, I feel like if they let somebody from like Raw win, Bianca can kind of still contend, like somehow the number one contender match down the line, and then versus Sasha at Mania. That's why I kind of feel like they'll do it with Bianca.
So Bianca does have some momentum because they've been doing some cool stuff with her on Raw, kind of building her up. it's just hard for me to see WWE giving her that window. I'm going to Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss is going to take it, especially after things she's been doing. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it could be like Lacey Evans or something. They could shock us and give it to Lacey Evans for all we know.
No,
They did try to push her.
Crazy.
They tried to
it's
push
almost
her.
as crazy as this man is saying Lana.
Hey, bro, I'm just looking at the storyline,
Hey,
bro.
look, I'm just saying.
They're making her a huge baby face. Well, they were.
I'm just saying that they wanted to push.
WWE does shit like that, bro. I don't. They do shit like that sometimes, bro.
They do. They might throw
They
a
do.
curveball.
I mean, they could do it, and then
I would see honestly like. I mean, I think you can't sleep on Rhea Ripley either. I think Rhea Ripley could be potentially.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick too. I ain't gonna hold you.
She could potentially get it. I'd be down for Bianca versus Sasha at WrestleMania. I'd totally be behind that. It's just hard for me to see them push her at this moment. That's what I said. This is what I'm saying. Like at this moment, because they need new, fresh women to get started with this roster. Because I mean, the 4 horsewomen are all solidified at this point. They're all Hall of Famers. They'll all be legendary. But you need more than that. People don't want to see Bayley versus Sasha all the time. People don't want to see Becky versus Charlotte all the time. You're saying you want to see new matchups. Sasha versus Bianca. That's fresh. That's new. Okay, let's see that.
I'm praying for that one.
We haven't seen that. Even if Rhea Ripley wins, Rhea Ripley versus Sasha, we haven't seen that. That's new.
Yeah,
that could be something new too. So
Rhea Ripley versus Asuka.
Do you think Tony Storm comes in?
Who?
Tony Storm?
Tony Storm.
She might be in it. I think there's gonna be a lot of NXT people
She
in
could
it.
be surprised, but so let's talk about who do you guys think some surprise entrances could be for the women's Royal Rumble? Maybe from NXT or maybe some legends return.
Get the obvious Trish and Lita one out the way, but the roster's not that huge to have like 30 women, so you already know the NXT women are gonna be in there.
Yeah, most of them.
As far as who,
they may have one new take.
What's that girl Gonzalez? Raquel
Gonzalez, Ember Moon, Tony Storm, obviously Rhea Ripley,
Johnny Gargano's wife. Yeah, Candice LeRae.
maybe Io Shirai. No,
maybe Io.
Maybe Io. If she's still she's the NXT Women's Champion right now, so I don't know if they're gonna include her. Who else am I missing? Probably some lower level, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they'll add Xia Li in there again.
Yeah.
They've been doing some cool shit with her too on NXT. Some cool.
That's that tornado kick you ass though.
It fits her. She needed something new because they weren't really doing nothing with her. So this is something.
What is this grudge-looking character sitting on stage like?
I think it's more like I think if they build her up to be like some type of dominant female Chinese superstar, I think it could be dope, man. Like I think it could be pretty good. So let me look at some of these comments. Some people are saying Bayley, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. So kind of the obvious things that we're coming out the same. Thomas said Mitri was good, man. So you got a fan in here, Mitri. Somebody throwing out there.
What's going on, bro?
So pretty much the obvious names that are gonna be. Somebody said Lana, no. So somebody don't want that.
Bro, it's a storyline, bro. That's all I said it for, man.
I think some of the obvious. I think some of the obvious answers. So I think I'm gonna go see. I want to say Bianca. Like I want to believe Bianca's gonna get it, but that could be wrong because sometimes WWE they give us things that we want when you don't expect it. And sometimes when you want it, they don't give it to you. So it's like you never know with them. So I want to say Bianca, but I think I'm kind of feeling Alexa Bliss though, man. I'm kind of feeling Alexa Bliss. That's who I'm gonna go with. I wouldn't be upset with it, because personally, like
I would. I don't want to see it because I'm treating her like the Fiend. She don't need a title right now.
She don't, but I mean, if they did it the way I did it, it would make sense. But they ain't gonna do it the way I did it. So
your way was way too crazy, bro.
Like I want to see like 2 different characters in the ring.
It's too creative for them to be creative. It's too creative.
It's too creative, bro.
It looks too creative for the creator to do it. But I mean, it would be cool because it would make sense in a lot of ways. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss. Ooh, there's an X here. But so let's talk about let's go to Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. So what do you guys see happen here? Let's start with Axel. Let's start with Axel from the bottom. What do you see happening?
I mean, what I see that could happen is I can see Adam Pearce coming out, costing Roman the championship. But WWE's not going to do that. So the obvious choice is Roman. I could see it being a fight with Kevin Owens. He's about to get fucked up.
Owens will put up a fight. Pierce will come out, but I think Jimmy comes back.
Took mine.
Yeah, that was mine. I think. Okay, so I think what they should do. I think this would be dope for me. I think they should bring Jimmy back and kind of be against Roman for a little bit, kind of how Jay was, and you could have Jimmy versus Jay in a match, in a one-on-one match, kind of like.
No.
You send Roman sends Jay to fight Jimmy, so like, hey, you need to go get your brother, check him in line, so he knows, he knows to fall in line. Like you did. They could have a match at like Fastlane or something, and then eventually before WrestleMania or at WrestleMania, that's when Jimmy turns and he joins the Bloodline, whatever how they want to do it. Because eventually they're all going to be together. It only makes sense. But I wouldn't like it if he just came back and just joined him eventually, because the last time we saw him, he got choked out by Roman in the cell. So I think it would only make sense for him to come back and be mad about that, or some type of way, like, just come back and be like, hey, I'm not with you and what you're doing with the tribals. You know what I'm saying, like, you think you all that, but this ain't the way to do it. And then of course, since he got Jay on the side, he could be like, Jay, you need to go, to get your brother and tell him to fall in line and check his place. You know what I mean? And that's they can have him, because they never had a match either. And I think this would be the perfect time if they're gonna have a match. It would be right now. It would make a lot of sense. They could have a match, and however they want to do it. If both guys, if Roman and Jay want to beat shit out of Jimmy, what I'm saying, during the match, whatever, how they want to do it, I think it would make a cool story. But for me, and this is just how I feel. I think I think Michi was on to feel the same way. Roman ain't dropping that strap anytime soon, the way I see it.
No, he's not.
Maybe the only way I can see it happening, I'll give it to you for my rumble prediction here, but the way Roman Reigns is shit right now, so he ain't dropping that strap anytime soon unless it makes sense for him to drop it. You can't. He needs to drop it just to drop it. I'm saying, like, he's got to make sense storyline wise. And Kevin Owens, I love Kevin Owens, but I don't see it personally. Not for me. I don't see it.
Yep. The head of the table. He puts food in all of your mouths. He puts food on the table.
So what about you? What you thinking?
Yeah.
Everybody picking Roman?
Yeah.
Roman's not losing, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be a double count out where both of them don't win, but he's not losing.
Something like that, yeah. I think something like that. It could be maybe like a double count. Is this match like a last man standing match or something?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a last man
standing. Okay, yes.
I did predict maybe Apollo Crews might if Jimmy didn't show up.
Yeah, they've been teasing him like being in the group, haven't they? Or like some little
the little interview they did,
That's interesting though. That's a big curveball, because again, like, the whole stable is just like Bloodline, and then you get Apollo Crews, but
that is a big curveball.
Samoan, black.
If anything, he should have been. I thought for sure he was gonna be in the Hurt Business, bro. I'm like, they're probably gonna put him. But like, I don't understand. I think they should just use him as far as like maybe like an asset, because like as far as bloodline wise, he's not part of the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? That's like them adding all these Samoans, like they put in Nia Jax, and they put in even Samoa Joe. He's Samoa. Okay, put in Samoa Joe, and they put in Tamina, and then all of a sudden they put in like they just added Shayna Baszler because that's her tag team partner. But she's like, bro, Shayna Baszler's not part of the bloodline. Come on now, like
It's more. I think it's just like Anoa'i family specific. I don't think it's just Samoan, but like. I think Apollo Crews could be just more under Paul Heyman than Roman.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That could be cool though. That would work. That'd actually work a lot. So
that makes sense.
All right, the next match. This match is they playing with their heartstrings on this one. Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre.
You better not lose that.
So obviously, obviously, nobody wants Drew McIntyre to win, but when you make your prediction, I want you to make it what you actually think is going to happen, not what you want to happen, what you believe is going to happen. So, look, I'll go on the record and say I've never hated Goldberg. I've always liked Goldberg, especially back in his prime. I thought he was one of the coolest characters ever. But when you I'm cool if they bring Goldberg back for matches, cool. But stop putting him in title matches, man. We don't.
Title matches.
if he's gonna be in title matches, he has to put people over. And the last 2 times we saw him in title matches, he got the belt, and it hurt. It hurt. Kevin Owens ain't never been the same since. And
Never been the same.
The Fiend was hurt so much. I mean, they done little things with him to help him out, but it was just, bro, he was so hot at the time he lost, and it was just stupid to make it happen. I want to believe Drew McIntyre is gonna win because I said for the Fiend. I was like, Fiend's not gonna lose, but then he lost. With WrestleMania coming up too, it's around the same time he won the belt last year. I want to believe, and I've seen some people say that Goldberg's gonna win and the Fiend's gonna challenge him in the rematch to get the Fiend get that win back, which would be cool for the Fiend. But the only problem with that is that Goldberg has to win the belt, and I don't want to see it. I would much rather, if I had to, I would take Brock Lesnar winning the Rumble over Goldberg winning the belt one more time. I can't take it.
No,
that's how tired.
Terrible.
That's how tired I am of Goldberg winning the belt, and I love Goldberg, but I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre though, man. I think they're gonna solidify because I mean Roman and Drew were they obviously were the 2 top guys last year, and I think Goldberg losing to Drew would help solidify Drew as one of their main top guys, which I think WWE's pretty high on because Vince McMahon was always on Drew McIntyre. When he did the Chosen One promo, obviously Drew fell off, but he left. Did great things for himself outside the business, came back. And it took him a little bit to get that push that we all wanted him to get, but he finally got it. And I think WWE, I think Vince McMahon has always saw something in Drew McIntyre. So I think I think Drew McIntyre is going to win though. It's going to be back and forth. I think it's going to be a back and forth match though, because there are going to be moments, when Goldberg spears the shit out of him, and you're going to be like, oh my god, the match is opening like that. That's how the match is oh my god, here it goes. I'm saying he's going to win the belt, but I think at the end of the day, with WrestleMania coming up, I think Drew McIntyre will walk into WrestleMania as champion. So that's what I'm going with. Let's start with Michi. What you thinking, Michi?
Goldberg just better not win that damn title, bro. I hate that motherfucker, bro. I never liked Goldberg, bro. Not in WCW, WWE, never. I was never a Goldberg fan. I just don't. I hope Drew McIntyre wins, but I honestly don't even know. I don't know how they're gonna play this one out, bro. This like the first time I'm like, I don't really know, bro. He just better not win the title, bro. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I can't see that shit. I can't.
What about you, Axel? What about you?
Goldberg's not winning that title.
You 100% sure on that?
I'm going with Drew.
I'm
100% sure for the first time. I'm going with Drew.
Are you going with Drew because
they're gonna get it right, man?
Are you going with Drew because you truly believe Drew was gonna win it in your heart?
I feel like they just need one more thing to show how strong Drew is. What more than beating Goldberg?
All right, Lou. What you thinking, Lou? Who you got?
I got Drew. The way this match will play out will be nothing but finisher spam.
Yeah.
It'll be finisher spam.
Oh god.
It'll start off with hard hitting action. This match will probably go no longer than 6 minutes. But I got Drew winning.
You know how it's probably going to end? It's probably going to end with, Goldberg going for the spear and hitting him with a Claymore. Like, right when he goes.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
That's end right there.
That's probably what I was going to end.
So who do you got? When you going with you going with Drew McIntyre too?
Yeah, I'm going Drew. Again, this match doesn't last longer than 6 minutes, like Lou said. And then, like you said, Goldberg's going to come for that spear, and Drew's just going to round the side of his head. Claymore.
God, if Goldberg really does,
I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna crack up.
If Goldberg
then
really
that leaves
does,
the question like,
finisher spam? Hey, let's do a finisher counter.
What'd you say, Mitri? Go ahead. I didn't hear what he said.
I said, but if Goldberg loses, who's he fighting at WrestleMania?
John Cena.
I said John Cena, bro. That's what I just said. It makes
John Cena.
Look, if he fights John Cena at WrestleMania, number one. If John Cena loses, it's not going to hurt John Cena anyway because he's already solidified as a legend. Yeah. So if Goldberg loses, it's not going to hurt him either. They're both 2 legends. John Cena doesn't have long matches anymore. When's the last time John Cena had a long match for a period of time in WWE? It's been a couple years. Both guys would leave. Both guys would just leave, and both guys are leaving after WrestleMania anyway. So I mean, it's the first time ever. Vince Love first time ever. So I mean, it's a first time ever thing. I think it could be cool. The build-up would be great. The build-up I think could be cool. And I think it would be a match where, like, I feel like a lot of fans, some fans obviously would be pissed if John Cena lost, but me personally, like, if John Cena got beat, I'm not going to be like, oh, they did John Cena dirty. It's like, okay, John Cena lost. Okay, fine.
Made for a title, so yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, so if it ain't for a belt, I think it could, and it makes a lot of sense, bro. Like it could just be cool because it's the first time ever. It's not gonna hurt any guy to take the L during that match in any type of way. You know what I mean? So, if anything, John Cena probably lose because Goldberg wrestles a little bit more than John Cena does now. So, I mean, it would be fine with me at least. I'd be okay with it. So, now let's go to the men's rumble. So we got the men's rumble. I had so many predictions for this, man. I've been going back for this shit, bro. Like, I had a lot of predictions. Like this guy's gonna win. Then the next week, my mind changed because how creative was going. So let me just tell you how I think it's gonna plan out. This is my official prediction too. I could be wrong, but I don't know, man. So originally, I said that Brock Lesnar was gonna come out number 30 and return and win, but then they said they was gonna announce who number 30 was on the backstage. So I was like, okay, well that's probably out the window. Why would they announce Brock Lesnar coming back at number 30? That's just pointless to me. And then I said the Fiend. I was like, okay, you know what? Probably the Fiend gonna come back and he's probably gonna win. But then after what I saw on Raw, I think the feud between Randy Orton and the Fiend is going to extend to WrestleMania because why would they just end the feud at the Rumble after he just RKO'd Alexa Bliss and he set the man on fire? So obviously he's gonna have to get some type of revenge or something's gonna have to go down with that feud in general. And Alexa Bliss may not win the Rumble. She may play a part into that WrestleMania feud herself. You know what I mean? She may have some type of involvement. They could do a fucking Hell in a Cell Inferno match for all you know, something crazy. So I think I know some people have said Seth Rollins. Some people have said Big E and Keith Lee and Sheamus, and there've been so many Daniel Bryan. It's been so many people have been thrown out there this year because there's really, if you think about it for the first time in a while, there's really like no clear cut favorite. Like where fans are like, oh, who's gonna win? Because last year, like I picked Drew McIntyre last year for sure.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
The year before, I picked Seth Rollins. The year before, I picked Nakamura. So, like, there were like there's people that had a lot of momentum that you just felt were gonna win. But this year is really like there's really not a clear cut favorite, man. There's not really a solid favorite where you're like, I can see that guy winning, So for me, I thought hard about this, man. I thought really hard about it because originally one I also picked was Goldberg too before they announced the match. I thought Goldberg was like, oh, Goldberg.
I did too.
I think Goldberg's gonna fucking come back in the Rumble. He's gonna win, and then they announced the match with Drew. So I'm like, okay, well, he's obviously. And oh my god, I've seen some people say they think Goldberg's gonna lose and come back in the Rumble and then win and challenge Roman at WrestleMania. Bro, if they do that, bro. If they have Goldberg lose only to come back in the Rumble later that night and then challenge Roman at WrestleMania, I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, it's gonna be worse than when Roman won in like 2014 when they booed him out the fucking building. It's gonna be worse.
They're gonna be lucky they have no fans there.
Oh yeah, no fans. Yeah, they lucky they don't have no fans.
Bro, that's gonna turn Roman babyface.
That's something that they could get away with. They don't have fans in. I mean, so they'll probably put in the fake cheers there too. Like, oh yeah, like, come on, bro. Anybody gonna cheer that shit? Like,
but they're in the Thunderdome. You gonna see people on the screen like putting their thumbs down. They're gonna.
So
we're hearing.
My prediction though, honestly, bro, I'm going with Edge, bro. Edge sold me on that promo on Raw. He made a lot of valid points, and I think the story is there. I think it makes a great comeback story. Number one, he never did lose the world title when he had it, and the comeback story is there. And I think a lot of people wouldn't be too upset with him getting one more title run, like with Goldberg to an extent, because I think Edge would wrestle a little bit more matches, and he would put on better matches, if that too. And there's a lot of people that he could work with that you haven't seen him work with yet either. So what I think should happen, or what I think would be cool is you have Edge win, and then he challenges Roman at WrestleMania, because to me, there's no legit threat for him. There's no legit threat for Roman Reigns on SmackDown, and with the comeback story, I think it could potentially make Edge a threat if they build it up right to take the belt from Roman to an extent. And you could have Edge take the belt from Roman at WrestleMania, and you can extend that all the way to SummerSlam, and then have Roman get it back at SummerSlam. If he beats Roman at WrestleMania, think all the people that Edge could work with on SmackDown: Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, the matches we haven't seen, all those guys on SmackDown. And then you could extend, because if you do it longevity wise, you could extend it out to where at SummerSlam Roman just gets the belt back, and I'm sure Edge will put him over, no doubt. But or he could go after Drew and take the belt from Drew. But I think the money marquee match would be Roman Reigns, because he's spear versus spear. Everything would be there. Edge is the ultimate underdog. He's fighting to get back what he really never lost, and Roman Reigns is fighting to keep what feeds his family. So I think the storyline would be beautiful, and I think fans would kind of get behind it. So I'm gonna go with Edge though, man. I think Edge sold me on that promo because I knew he was gonna come back. I thought he would make a surprise return, but then they announced it. And he cut the promo. And I think he's my official pick. I don't see Big E or Keith Lee. I know a lot of people want those guys to win, but it's hard for me to see WWE give those guys Rumble wins when they really haven't really been doing anything hot with them. Because if you look at the past Rumble wins, like we said, Nakamura had a lot of momentum behind him, so it makes sense for him to win. Rollins had a lot of momentum. Drew McIntyre had a lot of momentum last year. For them just to get I would be cool if those guys won, but if Keith Lee won, it would kind of just feel like it came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? He wasn't really doing much, so now he got the Rumble win. So it's cool for Keith Lee, but I just don't see it. The only other person I can see winning maybe Daniel Bryan because they actually owe that man a Rumble win. But I'm going with Edge. I'm sticking with Edge. That's my pick.
All right.
So what you think, Lou? Who you going with?
I'm going for Daniel Bryan. You almost made me change my mind when you talked about Edge and what potential way he can go for it towards Mania. But I'm gonna. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm going for Daniel Bryan. Yeah, they do owe this man. You know what I mean? They owe this man, but it's just like at the same time, I see him getting a lot of focus, especially with the whole him having a little small losing streak and him, saying he doesn't know how much time he has left, especially his promo he did yesterday, SmackDown. And I feel him probably, depending on where he comes in, he might be the Iron Man. He was the Iron Man on the greatest Royal Rumble. Remember, he came in at number 2 and lasted the whole almost until the end, until Big Cass took him out. I'm still mad at that, but still. I got I'm going for Daniel Bryan here. I think have him go up against Roman. They already teased that he wants to be the guy to take out Roman, and I think they could play a really good story. Daniel Bryan's really good at getting that sympathy from you. So like one of the best pure baby faces of all wrestling right now. So I'll take him.
What about you, Mitri? Who are you taking?
I'm still taking Keith Lee. I thought his story with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus is actually going to play into the Royal Rumble. He was my pick at first. I think I'm gonna stick with Keith Lee, bro.
Doesn't Keith Lee have COVID though? Didn't he just?
No, that's me and him. It's me and him.
Yeah, but don't they live together? So he'd have to quarantine too.
They haven't announced it yet. But...
So he might not even be in the match.
No, he might not be in the match. So.
I did catch something on Twitter about it, but I don't know. It wasn't announced, so.
I'm sure he's gonna.
She did announce that she was positive though.
Yeah.
He might not be in it.
She did announce, but Biggie hasn't said anything yet.
He might be in it. He might not. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be in it because I figured. Excuse me. If he wasn't gonna be in it, they would have said something by now. But Edwin, who do you got, man? What are you thinking? Who do you got?
Who I want to win? I would love for Shinsuke Nakamura to win just because of the momentum he's coming off of that gauntlet match in SmackDown that he had, which is amazing. Kind of reminds me of that Kofi momentum when he won that gauntlet and then kind of went on to WrestleMania. But I do agree with you. I do think Edge is going to win because he has, he has the most to prove right now. He came back. He was hot. He never lost the title. Had that injury, took him out again. I even think he opens up, comes out number 1 or number 2.
Okay. You think he could be the Iron Man? He could be the Iron Man.
I think just to show that he's got something to prove.
Okay.
He really don't got to do much. He can get beat up and just lay there to the end, and all of a sudden here comes Edge with the win.
Pull a road dog, Dolph Ziggler, hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Axel? Who you taking?
I was really thinking of changing it to Edge, but I still see Seth Rollins returning and getting the feud with Roman. I would love to see the head of the table, the Messiah.
So you got Seth Rollins.
Even though it would have to work, like who's the face, who's the heel, but I could see it working out like that.
Technically, you could say Roman's the face. He does things that feed his family. That's
True.
Everything that every man does. So
that man is a heel. We're not doing this again.
But it's a face thing. He's a heel, but it's a baby face thing, though. What man does not? What man does not do things what he got to do to provide for his family? Come on now. What grown man does not do things that he has to do to provide for his family, bro? That's what Roman Reigns does.
So
what he
you're
does.
telling me NXT Kevin Owens was babyface this whole time? That's what you're telling me.
I'm just saying that every
He did
man
the same
does things. Every man does things what they gotta do to provide for their family, bro. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
That's
But
what
the
you
thing
do.
He's an
with
evil
Rollins,
bastard.
if Rollins comes back, I don't want Messiah Rollins. I want
Yeah, he got to come back his face, bro.
No, I hate babyface.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that. Babyface Rollins was dope. The only thing
What?
that
No,
derailed that
bro,
was the
he's so
He's
much
an
better.
amazing heel.
He's so much better as a heel.
Yeah, well,
I agree. Like, hold on. I agree with you, Malik. He's better as a heel, but his babyface run wasn't bad. The only thing that derailed that was his weak feud with Baron Corbin and his Twitter activity.
That's not even that. I don't like Seth Rollins' babyface, bro. He's like Johnny Gargano to me. Like, they're not good babyfaces.
That WrestleMania, when he beat Brock.
Dude, you cannot say Johnny Gargano's not a good babyface. You bug.
No, they're only good babyfaces. Johnny Gargano's not a good heel, bro. He's a way better babyface.
Yeah, he's not.
I got you.
Seth Rollins the same way. Some people are meant to be heels. It's just like Randy Orton. Randy Orton is not a good way better heel than babyface. I hate when that man's a heel. He should not be a heel. He's a way better heel, bro. Seth Rollins' Messiah gimmick is fucking dope, bro. I love that gimmick, and I wish he needs to keep that gimmick for years. I want to see that on him for years.
I like the 2015 Rollins, bro. That was his best.
2015 Rollins was dope too. 2015 Rollins was dope, but he needed that reinvention, bro, because after that run he had last year in 2019, bro, it was getting stale. He was getting very stale, and people weren't feeling his. Come on, bro. I mean, they were booking him in some bad stuff, with the Fiend and everything, which he obviously couldn't help, but like. His Messiah gimmick was dope, man. I like it, and I just some wrestlers for me are just not good baby faces. Some wrestlers can do both, but like some wrestlers are better heels than like Johnny Gargano. To me, is a way better baby face, bro. He's good at getting sympathy. He's good at getting sympathy from fans. You know what I mean? He's just good at. He has that in him to do that. This Randy Orton Randy Orton when they make him babyface, bro. Like he's just not a good babyface, bro. Like he's just way better heel.
Like Tommaso Ciampa too. Like Tommaso Ciampa should never be faced.
Yeah, Ciampa is a way, but same with Same with you remember when they tried to make Brock Lesnar babyface in 2003? Like why is Brock Lesnar a babyface, bro? He's heel. He's a heel, bro. Look at this. Look at him, bro. When you look at Brock Lesnar, he does not scream babyface. Oh, that's a fucking.
He wasn't that bad as a face, though.
He wasn't, but like, bro, his promos were like cheesy. Like, come on, bro. He's a way better. When he turned heel on Kurt Angle and he did that killer look. He's like, oh yeah, okay, this is Brock Lesnar we need. He said, bro, when he fucking destroys that guy and Spanky with the bro, that was like great heel stuff, bro. That was like funny heel stuff, bro. Like that's
one of his mom.
In front of his mom too, bro. And he would take the blood and wipe it on his chest, like, bro. When you saw that, you're like, oh, he's sick, bro. He's sick, man. Like that's the type of Brock Lesnar we need, bro. Like Brock Lesnar, like just imagine if Brock Lesnar came back and he babyface now after everything he's done, and like, come on now, like Brock Lesnar gonna be trying to be babyface, like, come on, dude, like.
I mean, he could be a tweener. I mean, there was a point where he was like kind of like a tweener. He was like a baby face, but not really. Especially when he was feuding with Rollins.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. But I mean, I don't know about Seth Rollins though, because didn't they announce his return a while ago, and then they changed it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they did.
I could have swore they announced he was coming back to SmackDown like 1 week, and then all of a sudden he didn't show up for SmackDown.
Nah, they didn't announce it. But they did announce that Becky Lynch, the baby's born.
I could have sworn I see something. People were tagging me, man. It's like Seth Rollins coming back next week to SmackDown. Like they just announced it on something like crazy, bro. Because people kept tagging me, and I'm like,
he was supposed to, but I think they delayed it though.
Oh, so he was supposed to come back.
Yeah, but I think he got delayed. I don't know what the reason.
It makes sense though to bring him back to the Rumble.
Because I heard some heavy stuff about him coming back, but he never came back. So I was like, oh, they probably changed it to the one or something happened. I don't know, but they probably changed it because I know a lot of people were tagging me, and I'm like, oh, I guess Seth Rollins coming because I thought he was taking. I knew he was taking some time off, but they said he was coming back. So like, oh, okay, cool, he's coming back, and then he never showed up. So people were like, where's Seth Rollins at? Why didn't he show up? I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know why he didn't come back. Maybe something.
That's why he's my pick. There's a reason they kept it back.
So let me look at some of these comments in here. Some people saying Big Show going to be in the Rumble. Nobody wants to see that.
Carlito's definitely coming back.
Brock Lesnar. Somebody picked Brock Lesnar. Some people were picking Cesaro. Some people think Cesaro, which I love Cesaro, but let's be real.
No.
He's not.
Not gonna happen.
Can we talk about how CM Punk's not coming back to wrestling ever?
Oh yeah, we need it.
Yo, seriously, can we talk about that?
Give up hope.
I'm tired of the videos.
I want to address this. Look, I did a video on it earlier. Could CM Punk come back to wrestling? Of course he could, but he's not coming back tomorrow. I know a lot of y'all really look. A lot of y'all want to see CM Punk come back. Myself, I would love for CM Punk to come back. He was one of my favorites when he was there. I love CM Punk. You can never say never because there have been plenty of people who come back in wrestling that we never thought would ever come back. So of course it's possible, but the man's been gone since 2014. So if he wanted to come back, he could have came back. You know what I'm saying, plenty of times. I just don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to come back. He may never come back. He may never wrestle again. So that's something that fans have to accept. Another thing too, I want to address too, is that don't get your hopes up about Becky Lynch tomorrow either, bro. She's probably not coming back in the Rumble tomorrow.
Nah, she's not coming back.
She just had a baby. She just had a baby.
She has 3 months. A good 3 months, and then maybe.
Somebody's sick, bro. Somebody said Chris Benoit returning at the Rumble. You sick, bro.
Bro.
That's sick, bro. That's sick. But Becky Lynch and CM Punk, 2% chance coming back.
They're not coming back
tomorrow. 2% chance.
No, -2. -2% chance.
If Seth comes back, who's gonna be watching the baby, man?
That's true too. Definitely not winning. Somebody said
baby John, but 2 months old. They're just gonna leave it with somebody. Come on, man.
Let's see. I'm gonna read some comments. Somebody said Edge or Daniel Bryan have to win. Randy Orton and the Fiend. Biggie definitely not winning. Edge and Randy Orton, AJ Styles. I see AJ Styles being thrown out there. I'd be cool with AJ Styles win. That wouldn't bother me. I'd be okay.
Maybe AJ Styles. He might be the Iron Man this year.
He could.
I think he got a man. I think he's fighting the Edge.
Yeah.
Kofi spot's going to John Morrison.
Kofi spot.
They're about to show.
I'm talking about like not like spot in the Rumble. I'm talking about like as in like the depth. She's not coming back. Save is going to Morrison. Hopefully.
Somebody in the comments said. Somebody said Carlito winning the Rumble. Carlito's not winning the Rumble. Somebody said AJ Lee retired. AJ Lee's not coming back either. Don't kill for that.
No. Hell no.
I seen some Ronda Rousey in here too. Ronda Rousey, I don't see it either. I can see Ronda Rousey more than anybody I just named actually. So that would be if I had to pick between any of those surprises, I would pick Ronda over Becky, over CM Punk.
Malik.
If Becky Lynch was still champion now, I would definitely say Ronda Rousey could return. So it makes sense. We need that one-on-one. We ain't get that.
They just announced the number 1 and number 2 for the men's Rumble.
Do that. That's one in the surprise of the match, bro.
If you guys want me to say it, I won't. But it does put a little spin on somebody's prediction, though.
We're gonna find out anyway because social media is gonna run everything. So.
Yeah.
Number 1 is gonna be Randy Orton.
Okay.
And number 2 is Edge.
Edge could be the Iron Man, bro. Edge could be the Iron Man. Look, it makes sense too because
most to prove.
It makes sense, bro, because Edge and Orton still have that beef. I'm saying so they still have that little beef. And obviously the Fiend, is coming out at some point to take Randy Orton in the action like that. So it may be soon as we know. Oh my gosh, that made me proud. Hey, look, I'm thinking because this is what I was thinking. I was thinking that the Randy Orton was going to come out later during the match, and the Fiend would be like 30 or something, and have their little feud. But the Fiend might come out earlier, and I'm thinking that if they don't announce 30, bro, 30 could be Brock Lesnar, bro. If they don't announce the number 30, that could be Brock Lesnar's spot, bro. So, but I'm still picking Edge though. It only makes it only makes Edge's story even better now because now he's ultimate underdog. The story is there, bro.
Edge had that story already though, didn't he? When he came back, won the Royal Rumble, went to WrestleMania. Oh, Edge. He went to fight Alberto Del Rio, right? That was like 2011.
Yeah, before his return, that was his last main adventure.
Yeah.
But it makes the story better now because of the comeback story that he had. You know what I mean? Like, this comeback story makes it more memorable because of the way he retired. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he never did lose the belt, and I think it would be okay. I think fans would be okay with him having one more title run. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be like Goldberg. You know what I mean? I think fans would be like, okay, I can see Edge get one more title run. You know what I mean? And it makes sense because
number 30.
So they make another announcement.
No, the number 30 pick was for the women's Royal Rumble.
Was that
okay? Thank God.
Oh, the 30. Oh, 30 is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They announced it on SmackDown. It was gonna be between. Yeah, there was gonna be between Tamina and Natalia.
Natalia.
Like, come on.
Natalia's 30. Okay.
Yeah, Natalia got it.
Listen to me right now on this air. Brock Lesnar's number 30. He's number 30, bro. Be ready for that. Be ready for that. Hey, be ready for that. Be ready for that music. Brock Lesnar is number 30. Because I thought
if it happens, you can call me personally.
I thought they were gonna announce the 30th
entry. My number 2, bro.
I thought they were gonna announce the 30th entry for the men's rumble and the 1 and 2 for the women's rumble. So they announced the 1 and 2 for the men's rumble and the 30 for the women's rumble. Okay, so that thing, yeah.
Number 30. I think they changed it because of the heat.
Number 30 is Brock Lesnar, bro. If it's not Brock Lesnar, it's gonna be Goldberg. Somebody stupid. Stupid.
I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie. It's been the last few years. It's been like weak people.
It's gonna be Rey Mysterio.
I mean, he won't get booed this time. Daniel
Bryan. Bro,
He's gonna be dominant.
How bad?
He's gonna be dominant.
How bad for that man in 2014?
They set that man up for failure.
Bro. They ruined it. They ruined it at the beginning because Batista should have never. He should have been a surprise entry that year in the Rumble. He should have been.
Yeah, true. He should have.
He should have never announced his comeback because if he came out at 28 and people didn't know, people would have lost their minds. Like, oh shit, Batista. Oh, you know what? Number 30 could also be. Don't sleep on it. Number 30 could be John Cena too. Don't sleep on that either. That could be possible.
Yeah.
Number 30 is Mustafa Ali.
Jinder Mahal.
30 could be John Cena. So
T-Bar, bro. T-Bar number 30.
Don't sleep on number 30. No, actually, no. Number 30 should be Jinder Mahal. That's who it should be. Should be the.
Don't say that, man. He's definitely. You know how Luke feel about him.
No, contrary to popular belief, I don't hate Jinder Mahal that much. I only hate fans that consistently try to debate and tell me that he was a great WWE champion. That's all I hate.
Bro, I hate.
I don't hate Jinder that much.
I like Jinder Mahal. You already know I like Jinder Mahal. So he was cool with me. The WWE title thing was like it was out of nowhere. I mean, it actually got me on the WWE network.
Yeah, that really was.
My reaction got on the WWE network.
I'm mad he beat Shinsuke. Like to this day pisses me off.
That's like the people. Look, some people some people always try to bring up the promo he cut on Shinsuke, like the racial promo. I'm like, bro, like that wasn't his fault, bro. Like blame the creative who came up with that. Like obviously somebody gave that script to him and told him to go out there and do it. Like he didn't come up with that idea. Like come on now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate him because of that. I just hated that when it was time for Nakamura to have the championship.
Thank you, bro.
They kept it on him.
They
kept it on him, and both matches that they had ended exactly the same.
The same, bro. The same.
But he should have. I think he should have won though. He should have won the belt at WrestleMania from AJ though. That was
true. I mean, but you know, Nakamura was still hot both times.
He was, but him winning the Rumble and everything, it was just like to me, like that to me is just like. I just still don't understand that. Just him and Asuka, to me, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe they gave both of them win the Rumble in the same year. Not win the belt at WrestleMania. And you have Asuka lose to somebody who people don't want her to lose to, and then you have Nakamura lose, and you have him turn heel after the match. So he's one of the hottest babyfaces.
Nakamura, the nut puncher.
You know what's gonna happen at the Rumble? This is WWE's booking right here because you know what? If Goldberg loses, they always gotta do something to piss us off. This is what's gonna happen. Number 30 is gonna be like. Number 30 is going to be like, Kofi Kingston, and Brock Lesnar is going to come out, attack him, and take his spot, and then win the match. That's what.
God!
He's going to purposely.
Don't do this to Kofi again. No.
He's going to purposely attack somebody, take somebody's spot, not even be legally in the match, and just like he did Money in the Bank. Just came out Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank, like I said.
Oh, you said Brock Lesnar will?
Yeah. So stupid. Somebody's gonna come out. They're gonna be walking to the ring like this, walking slowly to the ring. All of a sudden, Brock Lesnar, oh my God, Brock Lesnar from behind. So he beat somebody up. He's gonna insert himself in the match.
I can see that happening.
Cause he did it Money in the Bank. I'm saying, bro, he literally came out Money in the Bank, literally tossed somebody off the ladder and walked up the ladder and won the briefcase, bro. That was it. That's all.
Bro, I'm mad Aleister Black didn't get that shit, bro. They got that man on the sidelines doing nothing.
But we know why. Come on now. We know why. He's gonna be gone soon. He's gonna be gone soon eventually. He'll be gone soon. He'll be.
Kofi still got that jaw injury, so he's not gonna be in the Rumble this year.
But they should honestly. I know you guys been seeing the promos, but I think they should just do Mustafa Ali versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania.
Yes, that needs to happen.
That's what happened.
The story with WrestleMania being 2 nights, you can't tell me you can't fit that on the card, bro. You can
fit that.
That'll be a good match.
That could be the show starter.
Right, you can fit that on one of the WrestleMania cards, bro. One of the WrestleMania cards. All right, before we get off here, I always like to ask questions before we get off here. So, question I want to ask you guys. I don't know if I ever asked anybody this. Well, who's your favorite wrestler of all time and why? I know Axel. I know his answer for sure. I'll let Axel go first because I know whose answer is.
Oh shit, my favorites of all time.
Wrestler of all time.
This one, your favorite.
Man.
Ah, God, you asked me this question, I could never answer it properly.
You gotta have a one favorite. Everybody has a favorite of all time.
I know. This is the thing. I know. Every era, somebody has done something for me. You know what I mean? You don't have
anybody who's like your all time, like he's my all time favorite.
Ah, shit.
I want to be just like him.
Fine. All right, all right. I'm gonna have to go back to the era of wrestling that got me in there, which is the Attitude Era, and I'm gonna go and say The Rock.
Okay, the great one. That's a good answer. The great answer, actually.
Like
what about
Stone Cold
you?
got me in it, but The Rock is what kept me. You know what I mean?
Me personally, I always said the Stone Cold was the biggest star, but I like The Rock more. I always like The Rock more than Stone Cold.
Man was just cool.
What about you, Edwin? Who's your favorite of all time? Favorite of all time?
Shawn Michaels. I was a big Rockers fan, and I always liked Shawn Michaels. So I was like, he needs to separate from Marty Jannetty. And I've always been just a Shawn Michaels fan, like all-time favorite.
All right, Mitri, what about you?
It's The Undertaker for me, bro. He was the first wrestler I seen live, so ever since then it's been Undertaker.
Axel.
Jeff Hardy.
You hear me?
As a kid, man, yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You came in late. Go ahead.
It's got to be Jeff Hardy, man. As a kid with all that extreme stunts, man, the ladders, the tables. That was it for me.
Jeff Hardy was the truth. Jeff Hardy was the truth.
The ultimate underdog.
For sure. Jeff Hardy definitely the ultimate. That ladder match he had with Taker, bro, was like that's what really got me on Jeff Hardy.
Yo, I'll never. They pulled my heartstrings through that whole match. I kid you not, bro.
Yeah, that was.
As a kid, they pulled my heartstrings, man.
It's so simple. That's how you put somebody over, bro. He didn't have to win. But Jeff Hardy still got over. He still got over in that match. In so many ways, bro. That's it's so simple things that WWE can do like that nowadays. They don't do. Obviously, I'll give you my favorite wrestler. Obviously, my favorite wrestler of all time is John Cena. There's never been anybody in the history of wrestling ever won besides John Cena. So, as a kid, bro, John Cena was my idol. Looked up to that man, wanted to be just like him, bro. I thought that man was like God for real, like no joke, bro. I rooted for him.
Loyalty,
I rooted for him. I really didn't start rooting against John Cena until I got a little bit older. But like when I was a kid, bro, I didn't care who John Cena was fighting, bro. John Cena was fighting Undertaker, I remember John Cena. John Cena fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin to come back, I remember John Cena. I don't care, bro. I was rooting for John Cena versus anybody, bro. So John Cena's my guy. Shawn Michaels is good too. Shawn Michaels is great. Me personally, though, I always like Bret Hart more than Shawn Michaels, though, man. I was always a Bret Hart guy. Shawn Michaels.
Some people think that still.
Shawn Michaels is better, but I like Bret Hart more. Shawn Michaels is.
I like Shawn Michaels more.
Shawn Michaels is the greatest ever, but
Shawn Michaels, the man.
I always thought I always like Bret Hart better though. Bret Hart was always my cup of tea. Like I don't know why. I always thought he was. I don't want to say he was more dope. Like he was just. I always just like Bret Hart more. I don't know why. Like it's just something about Bret Hart. But in ring wise though, nobody can touch Shawn Michaels. Some people like. When I made a video a while ago, I think I made a video. I can't remember what it was, but I said Shawn Michaels was the greatest ever performer of all time. And some people were like trying to debate me on it. I'm like, come on, why were you trying to debate? Some people were throwing out good names. They're like AJ Styles, Eddie Guerrero. I'm like, look, those are good names. Don't get me wrong, but like, come on, like Shawn Michaels, bro. Come on now. I'm talking about Shawn Michaels, bro. Like, but anybody in the room, Shawn Michaels.
Both versions of Shawn Michaels. Both of them.
If Shawn Michaels had a bad match, it wasn't Shawn Michaels' fault. I'm just gonna say that. It was not Shawn Michaels' fault, though. If Shawn Michaels ever had that match,
it was Shawn Michaels' fault because he did it on purpose. Hogan in SummerSlam.
Hogan,
All
the
so
overselling.
fucking funny.
And Vader too, bro. He ruined Vader's career, bro. He personally ruined that man's career purposely, bro. That shit was crazy.
That fucking match was so funny. That nigga Hogan kicked that man. He got up and did a flip.
That man, bro. I didn't know the backstory to that until a couple years later, because like when I first watched that match, and it really like the overselling really didn't stand out to me like crazy, because like it was just something that happened. So like when it first happened, like I really didn't like see it like as overselling, but then like I knew the backstory to it, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, bro, the pettiness of Shawn,
so petty,
all time high, bro. Like the man's pettiness on that day was so, and only certain wrestlers can get away with that too. Like
crying,
you knew we can get away with it. So, who's your guys' favorite female wrestler of all time? So you said male. Let's do female. Who's your favorite female wrestler of all time?
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus, easy.
Lita.
Bay. That's Bay.
I'm gonna say Lita.
Trish over Lita though.
Mine's Lita. Mine's Lita too. Mine's Lita for sure. Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus. Another one I got to throw out there too is Victoria, bro. I love Victoria, bro.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorites back in the day, especially when she was the psychopath Victoria. She was one of my favorites. I thought she was dope. She didn't feel like personally for me, like she didn't feel like even though they were divas back then, she didn't feel like an average diva back then because she had a character. And she was actually a good wrestler too, and she was good on promos, and she actually was involved in the good storylines too. So I was like, bro, Victoria's dope. I'm saying like Lita always stood out differently than everybody else. She didn't feel like any other female wrestler in the women's division. You know, she looked different, she wrestled different, she did cool things. You know what I'm saying? She jumping off ladders and shit. Like, come on now, like she went to tables. I remember she went through a table once. I was like, bro, like she just went through a table. Like Lita was always up, but Trish Stratus was
Trish Stratus the GOAT, bro.
Trish Stratus was the truth.
I love me some Trish.
I love Trish Stratus. I love Lita.
And then my favorite right now is Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, oh fuck, bro.
Sasha Banks is my favorite right now too.
She's so fucking bad, bro.
Out of the four horsewomen, who are your favorites from least from your favorite from best to worst? So like for your favorite from least to worst in order.
Okay.
That's hard.
I'm gonna say for me,
that's hard. Fuck.
I'm gonna say Sasha number one. Sasha number one. Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte. That's my order. I always love Bailey is great. I don't care what anybody says, bro. I always love Bailey. She was always on from NXT to now. I always love her.
Yeah, her best run last year.
Yeah, no doubt.
She was at her very best.
So I'm not saying don't rank them as like far as like the worst, like just your personal favorites. Like I
got Sasha, Bailey, Becky, Charlotte.
I got Sasha, Becky, Charlotte, Bailey.
I got Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, Bailey.
Okay. What about you, Mason?
I got Sasha, Becky, Bailey, Charlotte.
Okay. It's kind of pretty ordered. It's kind of pretty much the same one. So this comments here. Somebody saying, let's see, Sasha, Bailey, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte, Bailey is trash. You're trapping, bro. Get out of here with that.
What?
Bailey. I'm trying to find some of these other comments. Some of these other comments are old. So we were talking about the Shawn Michaels overselling stuff. So somebody said Hogan versus Michaels, laughing emojis. Can't believe who number 2 is. It's Edge. She's still winning though. No, you're gonna be smooth about it, bro. Who's the last person who went for number 2? Rey Mysterio? Last person went number 2?
Yeah.
They should do it. I think that would be dope, man. That would be dope. Shawn Michaels is good oversells. Facts. Randy Orton, he's just done everything. So Randy Orton's your favorite of all time. Randy Orton's one of the greatest. John Cena, favorite of all time. Undertaker, favorite of all time. Shawn Michaels is my favorite. Okay, so we got some good answers. All right, somebody wants to know who's the greatest tag team of all time. Greatest tag team of all time?
All time?
I won't count factions because factions are more than one person. So I'm gonna say for me personally, to me the greatest tag team of all time is Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. To me.
Oh hell yeah, Road Warriors all day.
I'm saying Road Warriors. Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, whatever you want to call them, the greatest.
Yeah, they're one of the greatest of all time. My personal favorites be the Hardys or Edge and Christian. And the Dudleys, pretty much.
Yeah.
The TLC, pretty much.
TLC 3. Yeah, the
TLC 3.
Yeah.
Right now,
I got the Hardys and DX.
Yeah, I'll probably say the Hardys and DX, man.
Hardys and DX. That's dope.
But wouldn't DX count as a faction, though? Or are you talking about early DX?
Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Like 2006 DX, yeah.
The one tag team that doesn't get enough credit is Demolition.
Yes, bro. Demolition.
That's
bro.
true, they don't.
Harlem Heat, too, bro. Harlem Heat was.
Oh, yeah, they had all the damn.
Oh, yeah. Harlem Heat.
Harlem
They
Heat was
won like the most tag team or the
That was
most tag
ever.
team championships next to the Dudleys or before the Dudleys broke it.
I think they in WCW wise they had more than anybody else, and
They
then
had like 15, I think.
the Dudleys. Bro, I think the Dudleys have more tag titles than anybody. Actually,
Yeah, they have it more because they won it in like multiple different companies. That's why.
what would you say the greatest faction of all time? It's to be the greatest faction of all time. Just more, it's more than one group. I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna say the Four Horsemen. That's
That's a lot, bro.
It's hard. It's hard.
I'll probably say Four Horsemen and Evolution, but that's tough.
I would say Four Horsemen Evolution.
Yeah.
Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Bullet Club. Bullet Club.
Everybody in the comments saying Shield.
Somebody saying Shield, yeah, Shield's dope.
Yeah, everybody in the comments.
Shield, Evolution.
Shield.
Can't forget about NWO too. NWO.
NWO, I was gonna say. Heart Foundation. Heart Foundation was great.
DX.
I guess you got the New Day as a factor because there's 3 people in the New Day, right? So I got you.
Yeah, that's a faction. That counts.
Yeah, the New Day.
Yeah.
Corporate Ministry.
Somebody said Legacy.
Of Domination.
No, sorry, Legacy not cutting it.
Legacy?
I'm sorry.
Nah, they're not cutting
Legacy was good.
Over. They didn't get the other 2 over.
Legacy was good, but
It was all about Orton.
What's the worst wrestling gimmick of all time? Oh my god, worst wrestling gimmick of all time.
I saw the video you did. So all them can make
formerly
that.
known as Goldust. This is when Goldust was like doing that BDSM shit.
Bro, I probably had to say, bro, maybe Shockmaster is up there.
Oh yeah,
Isaac Yankem.
Oh no, you know what I gotta say? I gotta say Oz, bro. Oh, Oz, bro, that shit was so bad. Oz was Kevin Nash before he was Kevin Nash. Oz is terrible, bro. That shit used to give me wait. Welcome to Oz. Welcome to Oz. Welcome to Oz. Oh, that shit was terrible, bro.
Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger's up there. Oh, Mantor. Oh, bro, that was
Mantor.
Mantor, bro. Mantor, Santa Claus. Oh, you already know Santa Claus.
Repo Man.
Hey, a gimmick. I thought that was hilarious. I don't know why. I don't know if people will count it as a bad gimmick. I don't think it was a bad gimmick. I thought it was hilarious. Repo Man. I don't care.
Repo Man?
Repo Man was terrible, bro.
Yeah, that was
terrible.
And just steal shit.
Now, real talk. You know what gimmick was goofy, but I really love Eugene, bro. I love Eugene, bro. Eugene was
Eugene.
I liked Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Don't ask me why.
Brutus
I
Beefcake.
was only a Beefcake girl.
Somebody said Ringmaster. That was terrible too. Stone Cold. Rocky Maivia. Oh, bro, Rocky Maivia bad too, bro.
Oh, he got the chant. Die, Rocky, die. The fans really wanted this man to die. That's crazy.
All right, what I gotta say, personally though, I love Santa Claus. Like Santa Claus is bad, bro, but he's just so bad. He's great to me, bro. He's so bad, he's great. Like it's like he was Santa's evil twin. He stole presents from kids, bro. Like, come on, man. He stole presents from kids, man. Like Santa Claus.
Oh, that's just so trolly.
Somebody said Stardust.
Oh, Stardust was pretty bad too, man. Stardust. Santino was dope, man. You don't like Santino?
Santino or Santina?
Somebody Santino.
Santino.
Put him on
Not
there.
Santino.
Santino was fucking amazing.
No, he was cool.
Santino was great, man. Santino was great.
I think the best thing
Can't
Way he
hate on
won that
Santino.
title when he came in.
I love Santino. Who's somebody? Okay, so who's somebody you think should have been WWE champion and never got to be WWE champion?
Mr. Kennedy, bro.
Cody
I
Rhodes.
said this before. Rowdy Piper.
Yep, true.
Mr. Perfect.
Definitely.
Mine's Mr. Perfect.
Made no sense.
Yep.
Mr. Perfect, bro. Mr. Perfect and Owen Hart are 1, 2 for me.
Wade
Oh,
Barrett.
definitely.
Bad News Barrett.
Barrett,
Yeah.
Yeah. Barrett's a good one. There's so many, bro. I'm trying to think of some other ones. So Mr. Kennedy is a good one too. I love Kennedy, bro. Especially back in the day. Kennedy was a great.
Kennedy.
I thought at some point Ryback might have won.
Yeah.
I did too. Running back. Even Braun Strowman, bro. Like, bro, that year he was hot, bro. Like Strowman was over like crazy.
Even
Bro.
I mean,
Samoa
he got
Joe.
it though, you know. I mean, so you can't really put him on the
Got
list.
it
He should have got it sooner, but he still.
He got the Universal. He got the WWE title.
Razor Ramon.
Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. Yeah, I can see Razor Ramon. Possibly, he didn't get it. I'm trying to think of somebody. There was somebody else I had on my list too. I had Roddy. I had Mr. Perfect, Owen Hart. They were 1 and 2. Oh, Rick Rude, Ravishing Rick Rude. My goodness, Rick Rude, bro. He definitely. He would have. Oh, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He would have been too, bro. Some people thought he should have won the tournament at WrestleMania that year instead of Macho Man. They like that Macho Man won, but it made sense for Macho Man to win because it's the Mega Powers feud, which was that you gotta have that. That feud has to exist. So
you know who was good? I mean, his gimmick wasn't really Bam Bam. He was an athlete, though, man.
Bam Bam.
Bam. Yeah.
Some people were saying Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin back in his day, I love Shelton Benjamin. I'm not gonna lie. Cedric, I don't know about Cedric, bro. I mean, Cedric is great, but WWE champion, I don't know about that.
No, not yet.
MVP. I could get behind MVP. Great cut, bro. Great cut. Bobby Lashley, yeah. Bobby Lashley had potential, I think.
Yeah,
especially
if Bobby Lashley would have came back and is the guy he is right now, the time
you know what doesn't make sense to me, bro? This still pisses me off to this day, bro. They brought this man back and put him in a feud with Roman Reigns, and he beats Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. And then they have another match for the number 1 contender spot, and then Roman beats him. I was like, bro, what was the point of him even beating Roman Reigns in the first place, bro? Yeah, it's stupid. That was the time they could have had the Lesnar match.
No, it's the goofy shit they had this man doing that soured me, man. They had this man. First, they had the Three Sisters promo, which was kind of awkward. It wasn't bad, but it was awkward. And then there was the time he was feuding with Elias. They made him sing "Rockin' Robin," and he forgot the words. You don't remember that shit?
Yeah, that was bad.
Very bad.
And the feud with Sami Zayn all together.
The stuff with Lana. Oh,
yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, Lana.
Another name because Rusev too, bro.
Got ratings though.
Rusev could have been over too, bro. He was over. He actually was over twice. Look at it. He was over.
Rusev, yeah, he definitely could have got it.
Is there a time he wasn't over?
I personally like Rusev more when he was the Bulgarian Brute. That's when I really liked him. He was the shit to me, bro. He was undefeated and shit. I was like, bro, this dude legit, bro.
Give him the John Cena.
Somebody said Sting. Well, I mean Sting, yes, but I mean he never came to WWE until later his year. So Sting, Somebody said hottest women's wrestler. Women's wrestler of all time. I don't think nobody of all time, bro. I don't think nobody touches Trish Stratus on this team, bro. That's just my opinion.
I'm taking
all time.
Yep.
All time. I mean, Trish Stratus is to me. I don't know. Anybody else.
Trish Stratus, bro. Man.
Ooh, I'm about to dive in.
Most underrated tag team. I would probably say maybe most underrated tag team.
Prime Time.
I'm gonna say Prime Time was really underrated. Yeah, Prime Time.
They should have had the title. They should have got the tag belt at least one time. One time.
Yeah, they never did get the tag title. It's crazy, man. That is crazy. They never did.
They should have had it against Big Show and Jericho that one pay per view.
I'm gonna say them as a tag Jericho, man. Jericho was a really good tag team, man.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were.
Surprise beat.
Better Beer Money. Oh, Beer Money was the shit, bro. TNA. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh, yeah. Beer Money was great.
Definitely my favorite tag team of all time, bro. Beer Money. R-Truth and Kofi, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, world's greatest tag team. I really wish Team Angle would have got a bigger push than they did. Team Angle would have been something special.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, I like Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. Those two together were good. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, not really. They're just makeshift to me. I felt they were transitional. I'm just like, when they're gonna lose the belts. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling Kofi. Hell no.
I like Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were really good. Before Tyson Kidd got hurt, they were really good together. LAX. Oh, this is a good answer. Paul London and Brian Kendrick. That's a really good answer, actually.
Yes.
Very good team.
They were a really good team. That fucking ladder match they had at Armageddon, that shit was fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, Miz and Morrison were pretty good too. Their little first run.
Yeah,
Miz
early
and
Rick Morrison. Not Miz and Morrison now.
Primetime
Miz and
players.
Morrison now.
Somebody said primetime players. I wasn't feeling primetime players.
I was feeling them.
It was all right, though. You know?
I never personally felt primetime. I mean, I don't know about that. What about the most underrated or overrated superstar of WWE?
Overrated Goldberg.
I knew he was going
Easy, bro.
I say Goldberg.
Overrated piece of shit right there, bro.
I knew he was gonna say Goldberg. I knew he was gonna say Goldberg. I'm not gonna. I don't. To me, okay, the only superstar I ever really hated was the Great Khali, bro. He just so bad to me, bro. I couldn't get behind him, bro. Even when I was a kid, bro, they put the rope on him.
It was terrible.
He just couldn't do anything. Like he was a really big guy, but he couldn't do anything, bro. Like, bro, he can't do nothing. Like
Couldn't talk.
Great Khali to me just wasn't it for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said DIY. You tripping? DIY? Yeah, why you talking about DIY is overrated? Because talking about DIY overrated, you tripping on that one, bro.
Oh, you bugging. Or maybe they're talking about the tag team one you're talking about.
Yeah, tag team one, maybe.
They were good.
Maybe if you're talking about underrated tag team DIY, yeah. Somebody said John Moxley is overrated, you tripping. Stop it.
Who?
Hardcore narcotics.
Moxley's
Hardcore
overrated.
narcotics.
Like I know some of y'all. Look, I get these comments all the time on my messages too, bro. Some people are always like, "Bro, I miss Dean Ambrose. Just go watch AEW. He's in AEW. He's still wrestling.
No, I tell people the same. He's still there. He's wrestling still. He's not.
He's still wrestling, man.
Yeah, he's a better version of himself.
I did it. I did it for Jeff Hardy when he went to TNA. He's still there. Just watch TNA. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said Roman has all 4 promo skills. Roman Reigns got better. He's got better.
What? Did they not? They didn't watch SmackDown?
I'll give it to
you. They didn't see this man turn the TV off on Kevin Owens.
Right.
This man got so much better, yo.
At first, Roman Reigns had really bad promos, bro. I remember the Magic Bean promo. I remember when
you posted it when he was going to
when he forgot his lines. He was, bro. You remember the infamous time when he was cutting a promo against John Cena and he froze.
John Cena roasted his ass, bro.
Roasting, bro. Destroyed him, bro. I guarantee you though. Now this year, Roman Reigns now wouldn't let that happen. Though. He would never let that happen.
Nah.
He's got way better on promo skills. He's improved, man. Roman Reigns has really improved on his promo skills. Let me get some more of these questions before we get off here. Cody Rhodes underrated. I agree. Best United States champion of all time? Oh, that's a good question. Best United States champion ever? United States. Best United States.
John Cena up there though.
John Cena's up there.
Yeah.
I think his last run made it even better with the U.S. Open Challenge and everything. They were lit. Greatest U.S. champion, man. That's tough though, bro. That's just a tough question.
That's hard. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this? Shaq versus Cody.
Terrible.
Cody. I'm interested.
I'm interested.
I'm interested. I just don't. I wonder how that match is going to play out.
Well, I think it's a mixed tag match, I believe. But like I've always said, bro, they should have been got Shaq in the ring many years ago, bro. He's always should have been had a match.
That match with Big Show. It never happened.
He could have had a match with Big Show a couple years ago when the T said a while ago. You could have had a match. Shaq should have been had a match a while ago, bro. I should say that right now. He should have been had a match, bro. He always had. Not only is he a real wrestling fan, but he has a personality to be an entertainer, bro. So I'm interested in it, bro. I want to see it, bro. I want to see him do something. I don't know what he's gonna do. It probably won't be like much, but like I want to see him. I want to see what he can do, bro. I want to see him when maybe he does something that surprises us, bro. Because I know a lot of people weren't feeling the Mayweather match when it happened, but the Mayweather match was actually really good though. So it was a lot better than people thought it was gonna be. It was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain celebrities I think that had that aspect feel that could come and do maybe a match or so that would be that could draw a lot of money or draw a lot of attention. Shaq was always one of those people to me. WWE never capitalized on it. No, that's all him. But
they need to get Giannis in here.
LeBron James retires. Get LeBron in there.
It could be somebody. I've always
I can
said
see it.
I made a couple videos about it recently. I've always said Conor McGregor, bro. Conor McGregor would be
I
so
keep
happy.
hearing his name, man.
He's on his way.
He's not the same anymore, man. He's a family man. That man's not a savage.
Yeah.
Who has held the most World Heavyweight Championships? When WWE was probably Triple H. He had that belt fucking every week.
Or Edge. Don't forget Edge.
Edge, yeah.
Gotta hand it to
Edge had
him.
more than anybody. Edge had it more than anybody, but I feel like, bro, that reign of terror. I'll never forget that.
Oh yeah, that fucking reign of terror.
That reign of terror was crucial because that's what when that's what I said when Mitri did a video. He said that he thought Triple H should have beat the streak at WrestleMania when they did the Hell in a Cell match, the end of an era. I was like, bro, listen.
That would have been the perfect time,
If
really.
they gave that shit to Triple H, bro, people would have, bro. That would have been another nod for people would have been like, he only got it because Stephanie is his wife, and
they
gave it to him because
they would have said that shit.
he booked that shit.
Fans would have complained about anybody beating him, though. Really?
It was, but
Fans can do that.
that reign of terror, though, bro, that shit was like, especially when he beat Booker T at WrestleMania, that hurt, bro. That shit was like, bro, like, come on, man, like,
He didn't need to win that fucking match.
Promo was terrible, man.
that shit was. Miz is one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. Facts. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I actually want the Miz to do cash in Money in the Bank soon and become WWE champion. I would like to see him.
One more time.
I would really like to see him.
I want to see him go up against Morrison.
I wish they would build him a little better. Besides him jobbing everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, Miz and Morrison should not be jobbing in the comedy act every fucking week. They could be taken serious at least once, bro. Because they used to be taken serious.
Last question before we get off here. If you were to pick one new superstar to be in your tag team, who would you pick and why? It's a good question. If I had to pick one superstar to be a tag team partner with, honestly, bro, think about that. It's a good question. I want to make sure I get the right answer because I gotta have somebody who's actually going to be dominant so we can win matches. You feel me? Gotta be a good tag team. What do you guys thinking? If I had to pick one person, I would probably. That's tough, bro. That's a good question.
Isaiah Swerve Scott because we look alike, apparently.
That's a good answer, bro. That's a good answer, bro. If I had to pick one person, bro, honestly, bro,
I'm gonna go Eddie Guerrero. Lie, cheat, and steal.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Eddie Guerrero's a really good answer, bro. That's a really good answer. I know Michi probably gonna pick Goldberg. That's probably his answer.
I don't know.
Bro, think about it, bro. If he was a tag team with Goldberg, you wouldn't have to be out there. Easy payday, go out to the ring for 10 minutes. You ain't gotta do nothing, bro. Like Goldberg and whatever you gotta do.
Facts, they gotta do shit.
Just
I'll
pull
take Brock Lesnar, bro.
Your ass beat, get that hot tag. Goldberg, you do the rest.
Give me Brock Lesnar, bro. And let him go in there, tear your ass up, and leave.
He's just gonna be sitting there.
It's gonna be chilling.
Going for the
I would probably say if I had to pick a tag team partner, I want to be. It's got to be somebody else I would enjoy being a tag team with.
Stone Cold, bro. Come on now, you say Stone Cold in every video, bro.
I would say The Rock, bro. The Rock. I would love to be a tag team partner with The Rock, bro. First of all, like backstage wise, great. We have a great time. And the fact that he would help get me over, this is Brian. Got to cut promos. The Rock gonna talk all the time, so go ahead and you do your thing. And so I'll say The Rock. What about you, Axel? You gonna say Jeff Hardy?
Nah, I'm gonna have to say Triple H.
Really, Triple H? Okay.
Listen, man, I'll get some titles. I'll go over.
Yeah, Trevor said booking wise, you straight booking wise.
Yo, booking wise, straight.
Fans thinking ahead.
Booking wise, you're definitely not losing. So don't worry about that. You're definitely not gonna lose no matches. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate you being on. I'll let you guys go ahead and plug in social media stuff where they can follow you. We'll start with Axel this time. We'll go up to Luke. So tell everybody where they can follow you, where they what you do, and
everybody could go follow me on TikTok at Axel Guzman 107. All I do is WWE stuff. Go follow me.
Yeah, Mitri the God on TikTok. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Mitri Kaiser. You know what it is, bro.
And Ramos, you can follow me on Instagram at Designated Wrestling, and then on TikTok, Ready to Ramos. Again, I'm not famous like these guys yet, but soon.
And your boy, the TikTok champion. You can follow me at Lou_nonsense. Find me on TikTok and on Instagram and Facebook.
Hopefully, Edwin, let's help get you over, man. Get you some new followers. So, new platform. Go subscribe to our other channels. Make sure you guys be tuned in for the Rumble tomorrow. I may have some. I may do a live stream on YouTube for the Rumble. I'm not sure yet. I may do a live stream on TikTok. Yeah, depending on how I'm feeling. I'll let you guys know. I don't know. Before I get out here, one thing I want to address is the draft. So you guys know I do a lot of drafts on my channels. That's what I usually do with the six pack that I usually do with Conrad, Sean, from wrestling, Kyron and Mark. The reason we haven't been doing the podcast is because one of the guys in the group, his dad just passed away. So we are taking time. So he's obviously got time with his family right now. He just buried his dad. His dad had a funeral, I think, yesterday. So I'm giving him time, to recover and go through his grieving. So I know a lot of y'all have been messaging me like when the podcast coming back. I don't know when they're coming back for sure. They'll be back. I just don't know when. I don't have a set time or set day for that. So whenever I want to talk to him, whenever he feels like he's comfortable and we're getting back on, and we'll go forward with the podcast. But that's the reason why we haven't been doing it, though. The drafts aren't gone. Some of y'all have been like, "Are you might not doing the drafts anymore?" We're still doing the drafts. It's just one of the guys in my group, his dad passed away and everything. So we've just been waiting for, giving him time to go through what he's going through. And whenever I talk to him and he's ready to go back, we'll bring the drafts back, man. So appreciate you guys for being on. Y'all be safe. Go watch the Rumble tomorrow.